December 7th, and the annual getting ready of the sliding hill off the front porch has begun. Dave's got the snow blower out to try to clear the pathway around the edge, and Nate was trying to pile some snow because his first run took him off the porch and right out into the street. So we usually try to bank it around slightly to avoid that. And there's the sliding hill. What you doing, Nate?
Huh?
What you doing? What are you doing?
Making a snow slide thingy.
Don't get too close. Making a snow. Oh, whoopsie.
What are you doing?
Taking pictures and freezing because I'm not dressed for it.
Take a coat with you.
On the dock.
Oh, it's recording. I didn't know it. Okay.
Let's take the lens cap off and then try.
What?
We're using cat eye.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Well, we'll see. Come on up.
I remember that. That thing's awesome.
It's December 8th, and it's after sunset, and we came out to see.
Remember when I did that in pitch darkness?
Uh-huh.
Go up the slide. I want to film over to you going down. Here's our sliding hill. And Nate is going to come zooming down in any moment now. Woo! There he goes.
We just built up the sled run yesterday with snow. This you can see, I don't know if you can see the side yard was
Yeah, I
all
got the-
plowed out. As I
Get
pushed
the-
snow over to make enough for the bank, the berm.
His first few runs, he went right out into the street, so we have to build that bank up every year.
Each year we build that up and it goes down around by the tree. Had the first plow truck go by today, I think. Was it the first? First time the road grader
Yeah,
came through.
the grader anyway.
I can go back and look at the lights.
Okay. Okay. Woo, there he goes. I have no idea how this is filming because the picture is kind of black and white, very indistinct, but we'll test it out. What are you doing? Whoa! Whew. That's a little close for comfort. We hadn't had a ton of snow. After Thanksgiving weekend, we had maybe 4 inches or 5 inches maybe. But this weekend we've gotten a good, I don't know, maybe there's a foot or more on the ground now. And Dave was working on putting our Christmas swag that we got discounted after Christmas last year over the garage door. We'll see how that is. He's out there in the cold garage wiring an outlet so that we can do that. And here's Nate, ready to go again. Yoo-hoo! one. Whoops. Eventually, the extra Christmas lights that are up there on the porch, dangling around on the porch railing, those will swing down and around the run, so the kids have a lighted sled run at night. The little sparkly Christmas lights make it really nice. We haven't gotten our sticks out yet to do that with. All right, one last run because my fingers are freezing and I'm going to have to go in.
So are mine. Mine are in good.
Okay. Whoa, good spin. Whoa.
So much for the grand finale.
Yeah, a little wipeout at the end of that one.
You stuck that right inside the door.
Uh-huh.
Man, that was beautiful. You guys sing Swanee River?
Gruffy, excuse me, we have guests.
Yes. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my good friend from the jungle, Gruffy Bear.
This is my good friend, the narrator over here.
Oh, well, thank you, Gruffy.
Hey, have you heard these guys sing? I'll tell you what, they are good singers. You guys, come on, let's try Way Down Upon the Swanee River. Come on, everybody sing. Way down upon the Swanee. Come on. Way down. Everybody together now.
Gruffy?
Oh, wait, come on, they're just getting it here.
Gruffy, they're here to help us tell the story of Christmas.
Well, that's a good thing. You ever tried to get them to sing Swanee River?
No.
Wait a minute. Did you say the story of Christmas? You know the story of Christmas?
Well, yes. You see, we jungle narrators actually tell many types of stories. Stories about cheetahs and bears and elephants.
Ooh, bears.
Yes, and bears.
I love those bear stories.
And one of the most important stories is the story of Christmas.
Oh, that's my favorite. Yeah, the stockings, the tree, the presents, and candy canes. Oh, I love that stuff. That's good.
Well, Gruffy, that is often part of how we celebrate Christmas. But it's not really what Christmas is all about.
Oh yeah, of course. How could I forget? Yeah, it's that whole fat guy with the beard and the red-nosed moose thing and the sled. Yeah, that's 'tis the season. La, 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 la.
Gruffy, that's not exactly Christmas.
Oh, what's that Santa Claus guy? Ho, ho, hey, hey, hey. Isn't that what he says?
I believe it's ho, ho, ho.
No, I think it's hey, hey, hey.
Okay, but that's still not what Christmas is all about. This is the time of year we celebrate the birth of the baby Jesus and tell the story of Mary and Joseph in the lowly manger and how they were visited by the wise men and the shepherds.
Hold on here. That's how we tell the story of Christmas in the jungle. But you forgot all the beginning stuff.
I did? Well, where would you start the story?
Well, see, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And
Gruffy, whoa. We'll be here all night if you go back that far.
okay, well, let's see. Maybe you're right. Okay, Moses came down from the mountain carrying the Ten Commandments. See,
Gruffy, that's still a little bit back too far.
Okay, I think here. Okay, Joseph said to Mary. He said, "Yeah."
There you go. There you go. Now, here, let me help you out. Joseph and Mary went to Bethlehem, and there was no room for them in the inn.
Well, there you go, rushing again. You forgot the whole reason they went to Bethlehem.
Huh?
Well, they had to pay their taxes.
Oh, yes, of course.
What's taxes? Yeah, what is that?
Well, it's kind of like this.
I'm from the government. How much money you got? $1. Give it to me.
That's pretty much how it works. And you're right, Gruffy. They were going to pay taxes. But they were also fulfilling a prophecy from a long time ago.
Well, that made for a busy weekend, didn't it?
Yes, that was a very special night. A night that will be remembered and celebrated for the rest of time and on into eternity.
I'll say.
Of course. When they finally arrived in Bethlehem, I'm not sure Mary and Joseph were as concerned with making history as they were with finding a room for the night.
What is it? What's with the dinning? Stop with the dinning already. I've got such a headache. Let me guess. You'd like a room.
Yeah.
You and everybody else in the world tonight.
No, just a
Such a wise guy. What do you think? You're the first person coming here looking for a room tonight? Didn't you see the sign, Mr. Smarty Pants? No vacancy. Did you try any other places down the road?
They all have signs that say no makeup.
What? The signs are bigger than mine? We have absolutely no room. No place for you to stay. No showers, no baths, nothing. We've got nothing for you, Mr. Big Shot, with no reservation.
It was plain to see this was going to be a tough night to get a room in this town.
Now, beat it. Get out of here. There's no place for you here.
Come on, Joseph.
Just then, the innkeeper's wife entered.
Murray, more towels for room 4 and room 6 wants ice. Lots of ice. What they're doing with all that ice, I'd like to know. And what's with the dinging? Enough with the dinging already. What's with the dinging?
Mr. Wise Guy.
Oh, and room 7's out of those little tiny bars of soap.
Yes, dear.
Murray, find a place for this nice young couple to stay. What are you thinking?
But
Can't you see she's gonna have a baby?
yes, dear.
But there really was no room for them in the inn.
Follow me.
The only place the innkeeper had for them to stay was out in the stable.
Well, what's wrong with that?
That's where they keep the animals.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, a stable is not a very appropriate place for the King of Kings to be born. Yet no room is no room, and there is no room for them in this inn.
No room in the inn, no room to be found, no room for
So Mary and Joseph stayed out in the stable.
Wait a minute, I think I'm after the baby music has to go like the later.
Oh, that's much nicer. I hadn't pictured the cow there.
Oh, honey, what am I? This is nothing for you. This is where animals sleep. And I hope they sleep.
Joseph and Mary were doing what they could to try and make the best of things. But even the animals could sense that this was no ordinary event. Mary looked around at the animals and then smiled.
Joseph, it's okay. Besides, in this little kid's world, this table would be more beautiful than any room could ever be. My part's over with already. Just trying to get up.
Only straw for his bed.
And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
You know, we sit out here every day, watching over our flocks while the sheep get ready to sleep. Go figure.
Have you ever wondered how long it would take us to walk this herd of sheep all the way around the world in a straight line backwards?
Not backwards, no.
97 years, 6 months, 2 weeks, 2 days, 4 hours, and 32 seconds.
Is that good weather or bad?
Good.
Oh, good. Well, of course, that's the easy one.
Just then, an angel appeared.
Fear not. I said, fear not. What part of fear not are you not understanding? Never mind, listen up. Behold, I bring you good news of great joy that shall be to all people. Quiet down. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign to you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger.
And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God. And the heavenly host was praising God and saying,
Bless God in the highest, and earth is good.
Don't be afraid, I bring good news of the Savior's birth. afraid, I bring good news of the Savior's birth. Glory to God in the highest, peace on earth. A baby in a manger, to you will be a sign. A baby in a manger, to you will be a sign. And wrapped in swaddling clothes, and Lord name you'll find. A baby in a manger will be a sign. Glory to God in the highest, peace to men on earth. Glory to God in the highest, peace to men on earth. Don't be afraid, I bring good news of the Savior's birth. Glory to God in the highest, glory to God in the highest, glory to God in the highest, peace on earth, peace on earth.
Our angels are just coming down to earth to be with their parents for the rest of the show, so that's why we're taking a break.
Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem.
All right, think. What should we bring the king for his birthday?
I've got the perfect gift. I'm bringing myrrh.
Very good. However, I too have the perfect gift. I am bringing gold.
Excellent. Such a wise choice.
Thank you. Now, Binky, what are you bringing?
I was thinking a tie,
A tie?
a toaster.
How do we know you're really a wise man?
Soap on a rope.
Can you even spell wise man?
Oh, I got it. Frankincense.
Frankincense.
Now, that's more like it.
Now, there's a gift for a king.
Indeed, you are a wise man.
Though soap on a rope wasn't bad.
You're new at this, aren't you?
Once the wise men figured out what gifts they were going to bring for the newborn king, they were on their way.
All right, let's go.
Okay. How do we get there?
I thought you had a map.
I thought you had math.
That's just great. Some wise men we are.
Look!
Just then, one of the wise men pointed to a bright star that seemed to light up the whole sky.
That's quite a star, Pinky. Now, where are we going to get a map at this time of night?
I think we should go this way, guys.
What are you talking about? Why?
Because look!
Enough with the star. We've seen the star, all right?
No, wait, I think he's onto something. I'll bet that star will lead us to
A map!
exactly.
Let's go!
Indeed, the wise men were onto something, and while they followed the star, they thought about the wonderful newborn king and the gifts they were going to bring to him.
We're traveling from nation unto nation. We're following the path of yonder star. And one day we will reach our destination.
It'd go more quickly if we had a car. Sorry.
Our travels ride us through this scorching desert, where mirages make us disbelieve our eyes. And the sun beats down so hard it makes our head hurt. It makes you wonder why they call us wise. We are the three wise men. As we travel across the deserts and we sing.
I'm Jasper.
I'm Melchior.
I'm Vicky.
Three wise men bearing presents for the king.
Listen to me, brother, little fellows. The gift I bring is valuable indeed. It's shiny and it's heavy and it's yellow. And it comes in handy when you are in need. With it you can purchase some new camel. Every can refuse you or your soul. Some people even use it as enamel. The gift of riches speak of Moses' gold.
Fellow voyager, I'm afraid I must ignore for the things that you incur. Send my mind into a whir. I'm sure you'll concur. For the little carpenter, greatest gift we can transfer is my little jar of myrrh.
If you please don't take offense, I don't mean to make you tense. See, I have no sense and I lack intelligence. I so often miss the clues, and I know it isn't news that for me to count to 20, I must first remove my shoes. But I have here in my sack something both of you still lack. I've carried it so long that now I came a little drag. So I suspend my systems as I put in my 2 cents to defend the excellence of my bag of frankincense.
Fellow voyager, I'm ready for the newborn Savior. Gold and myrrh,
Frankincense fine.
I'm sure you look upon our gifts with favor, but the one I like the best of all is mine. We are the three wise men. As we travel across the deserts and we sing.
I'm Jasper.
I'm Melchior.
I'm Vicky.
Three wise men bearing presents for the king. Three wise men bearing presents for the king. Three wise men bearing presents for the king.
So the wise men and the shepherds set out to find the baby Jesus. The shepherds may have been trying to find out if those sheep could walk around the world backwards. I think I see them somewhere in the east.
You sure were nervous a lot, weren't they?
Walking sheep backwards, I'd be nervous too.
You're right.
Guys, please stop yelling. That Lord is killing me. We haven't seen an angel in over 2 nights and still the slightest thing in. See what I mean? You're right, but how about those angels?
No, by my calculations, the number of days in a year divided by the approximate speed at which we're traveling, well, the bottom line is it could take us a while to get there.
Is that good weather or bad?
Good.
Oh, good. Well, of course. Guys, do you think we ought to bring something? Do you think people are going to bring gifts? Do you think we should stop and get something?
Maybe a tie?
A tie?
Not bad. Guys, what are we thinking? We don't have the angel didn't say anything about this time to stop for gifts. We have to get to the city of David.
The angel.
Yeah.
Scared though they may have been, the shepherds pressed on, for it was all they could do to contain the excitement within themselves. They were going to see the king.
Going to see the king. Going to see the king. Going to see the king of everything. Going to see the king, a little baby king. Going to see the newborn king of kings. There's a baby so small, lying in a manger. He's the king on the hall. Going to see the king. Going to see the king. Going to see the king of everything. Going to see the king, a little baby king. Going to see the newborn king of kings. Singing, give him glory and praise. Good tidings of great joy, forever and always. Going to see the king. Going to see the king. Going to see the king of everything. Going to see the king, a little baby king. Going to see the newborn king of kings. King of kings, king of all things. King of kings, king of all things. Going to see the king. Going to see the king. Going to see the newborn king of kings. Going to the highest, goodwill to all men. In his heavenly kingdom, Christ reigns forever. Going to see the king. Going to see the king. Going to see the king of everything. Going to see the king, a little baby king. Going to see the newborn king of kings. Going to see the newborn king of kings.
So the shepherds walked on, probably trying to keep those sheep in a straight line backwards. But the wise men were stopped in Jerusalem because King Herod wanted to find out about the coming Messiah. Maybe because they found a rest area to try to straighten out that camel's back. Irregardless, they were stuck in Jerusalem and King Herod wanted to see them.
Gentlemen, let me go over this one more time. You've been following a what?
Yonder star, Highness.
A star. Mm-hmm. And you're bringing this newborn king gifts, I presume?
Why, yes, your greatness.
I noticed you didn't bring me any gifts.
Sire?
Gifts for the king. Does the name King Herod mean anything to you? King Herod.
King Herod.
King.
I knew a Kevin Herod once. I don't know.
Sorry. We'll let it go this time, Kevin Herod. So what are you bringing this king?
Gold. Myrrh.
Frankincense.
Frankincense. What an excellent choice. I'm sure a king would love frankincense. Have you considered a tie?
A tie, Majesty?
Just checking to see if you were real wise men.
I thought of a tie.
Hey! But then he thought of frankincense right after my liege. Not 2 seconds passed.
Gentlemen, I want you to continue following this star and find this child, this king. And when you found him, send your star back to me, that I too may come and worship him.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Kevin Herod.
And with that, the wise men were on their way once again, following yonder star. You know, Gruffy, that must have been some star to be following.
Oh, that was a bright star, all right. Yeah, they can see that wherever they went.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
yep, that must have been
Seen
some
the northern lights like that sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Even from the jungle?
Oh, well, okay, I made that up. my cousin lives in the forest, he told me about it, though.
That's right, I heard about your cousin from the forest.
Borrowed his hat one time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Never did give it back.
Yeah. And Mary brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger. Shortly thereafter, they heard a knock at the stable door.
Can I help you?
Yes, my friends and I were wise men. We've been following yonder star. It seems to be pointing directly over this spot.
Yes, of course.
Then it's here?
Yes,
Then you know.
of course.
The map!
Huh?
Soon the wise men realized that they were in the birthplace of the King of Kings, and they presented him with their gifts.
Gold!
Myrrh. Frankincense. Oh, thank you.
Joseph and Mary smiled,
You're most kind.
which reminded the shepherds that they too had brought a gift.
A tie. Not bad.
The wise men looked up.
A tie? You actually brought a tie?
A very long one. And also very long.
Why, yeah. was his idea.
Well, actually, we all thought of it.
You're right. You're right.
I guess we all thought of it together.
Oh, we were very excited.
Joseph received the shepherd's gift.
Thank you. So you had to stay out here in the stall with the animals?
Said the wise man.
There was no room in the inn.
The shepherds looked around.
Not bad.
The gifts were all wonderful, but everyone agreed the greatest gift was the one God gave to all mankind, the baby Jesus.
It's hurry over here.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Narrator.
Oh, no, thank you, Grumpy. You should have had it.
Well, I'll take it back then.
No, Grumpy, it's just a figure of speech.
Oh, well, here then. There you go.
Thank you.
Bet you'll never guess what it is.
Ty?
How do you do that anyway?
It was just,
Well, I tell you, narrators are pretty good. You gotta get up pretty early in the morning to fool you guys.
well, Grumpy, that's pretty much the way it happens. That's what Christmas is really all about. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what, I love this story, but I still say you left out way too much. You know, See, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, see?
Gruffy.
And while the earth was without form and void,
Gruffy,
there was nothing there, see? And darkness covered the face of all the
Gruffy?
earth. And am I leaving something out?
Not a single word.
Okay, well, let me tell you about the light. I'll tell you, there was light in the beginning.
Gruffy.
There was, I mean, not your wimpy little light that you have on police cars or nothing, but this was bright light everywhere. I'll tell you what, you should have seen it. It's like the northern lights, only bigger than that, you know, and it covered everything.
You've been
and it was
spending too
all,
much time with your cousin in the north, Gruffy.
well, maybe I should spend some more time here, you're right. You have a Merry Christmas.
Going to see the king, a little baby king. Going to see the newborn King of Kings. High and highest, His priesthood will reign. In His heavenly kingdom, treasures in the earth. Going to see the king. Going to see the king. Going to see the king of everything. Going to see the king, a little baby king. Going to see the newborn King of Kings. Going to see the newborn King of Kings.
We've just been through this whole Christmas program and found out the real reason for the story of Christmas, but we seem to have left out one gift tonight.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people that worked hard to put this together.
That's right. And Gruffy Bear and myself, the narrator, would like to thank Cindy Niemi for her efforts at putting all of this together and the practices and making sure the kids had their parts and the costumes. And we would like to present her with this jungle plant. Now, looks like